Hey, I'm Clay. I do level design and pretty much just make all the objects within the levels. Currently, I am not going to school, but I am working at the Road Place Country Club as a part-time job.
Hey, I'm Dylan. I do the animation, the music, the in-game objects, and I wrote the script for Subject X. Things I do outside of the gaming development is I work at Target full-time and I go to Austin Community College part-time.
Hi, I'm Charlotte, and I do character creation for Subject X, and I also do the concept art and a few miscellaneous textures. Currently, I work part-time for a makeup company.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm the voice actor for the protagonist of Subject X. I also had a hand in helping with the script. On the side, I work full-time at Target as well as Randall's.
Subject X is what I like to call a cosmic horror video game. Now, when you hear the word cosmic horror, you would think horror story with science fiction elements, which is true. But what people kind of don't understand, I guess, about it is the fact that it's more of the unknown versus the future, and that is kind of what the cosmic feel is. When the genre originated in the early 1930s and 20s, it wasn't more the future that he discussed, it was just more what's out there that you don't understand. And I think that's kind of what we went for with this game. So it's not like Dead Space would be a great example of a game that's set in the future that is a horror game, but it's not necessarily cosmic horror because you kind of know what's going on and they do a good job of laying down the foundation of the universe. What makes our game different is there's no real foundation. There's nothing that can support you and keep you kind of calm within the video game. You don't know anything. That's kind of what brings in that cosmic horror element, is because you don't know what the hell is going on. You're just trying to survive. That brings in that survival horror aspect that people love.
Subject X takes place in a dark underground facility that's just completely overrun with monsters. It gives a very dark, hopeless feel within the levels. The lighting is so dim that you can hardly see. It's just, you don't know what's around the corner, always. It's a new scare every step you take and a new risk. And so I think it brings a whole new era to horror games.
So the biggest thing with the characters for Subject X, I would say, is that none of them are human. They're all very disfigured, they're very unfamiliar, and I think that's what causes them to be so dark and frightening, because you can't recognize anything that you're seeing.
Simon is a very psychologically disturbed individual who's lost in an environment that he has no control over. He's perfectly human. He's not trying to be any sort of hero. He's just trying to survive and figure his way out. He's lost and he's trying to find his way through a maze.
Back in my junior year of high school, Dylan showed me this program in my web design class that we were in. It's called EDK. When I got home that night, I tried it out and just made a quick level, and I immediately liked it and wanted to, make a game just for fun. And next day at school, I told him about it and see if he wanted to do it with me, and he agreed. And but when we started planning out the levels and started making levels, we decided we could possibly do this as a career, and we wanted to try it out and come so far from there.
When I told him about it, it was definitely just kind of like, oh, look what I found. It wasn't a huge, hey, let's make a video game type thing. It was just like, hey, this is a really cool program. Let's check it out. When he showed me like the levels he'd made, I was astounded. Because it was great. It looked like a game that I was playing the day before. It kind of got me thinking about it, because he had asked me to do it, and I was down to do it, obviously, and we were just kind of doing it as the hobby. But then as we kind of started to learn everything, because we didn't have any education, like we had no idea what we were doing at the very beginning of it, and learning those programs was really daunting and very, very time consuming for us, especially with school and work and all that kind of stuff going on. It was really intense, but we really just kind of clicked with it almost immediately, even with all those tasks that we had to do, because I guess it was just kind of like a passion for it. It kind of became this more than just a video game to us. It kind of became part of our lives, and definitely a career for us.
Later on, when we started really planning out the levels, when we decided to kind of pursue this as a career, we kind of thought, you have to have art to be able to, make characters and different objects in the game. And we both suck at art really bad, I'm not gonna lie. But so we decided to bring on Charlotte as our lead art director, and she was amazing. She does amazing work and everything. And then we decided to do voice actors. So luckily we found some good people to help us out, and hopefully that this will work out.
Supporting us in our development of Subject X will bring another indie game company into the ever-changing gaming industry. This is good because indie game companies are more focused on the games themselves than making money, like the bigger game companies. Having indie game companies become big within the gaming industry is fantastic because of the different types of writing that are being brought in from gamers who have been playing video games their entire lives.
Our goal line is set at $15,000, and what that's going to cover is our legal fees for this game to be able to be brought to the
We
public.
have a variety of goods that we're offering as incentives for donating, varying from wallpapers to a development lesson for video game making with some of our team. Because our main focus for this game is to really give back to the
We're
community.
just 4 young kids trying to follow our dream, hopefully change the video game industry and just change the horror genre itself with new video games that we hope to release.